Hello and welcome to my vlog number 85. 85, yeah. No, I've had so little spare time lately. I haven't set up a script for this, so it's another one of these off the cuff ones. But right, I'm out in the garden. Freshly done. I mean, look, freshly done lawn. So yeah, this was finished yesterday, but no, it was finished Saturday. It was a 2-day job for that. So yeah, I'm out in there and I'm really pleased with it. But by Christ, I'm stressed out at the moment. Yeah, so, okay, so what are we going to do on this one? I'm not sure how much is going to be on it, because I've done a lot, but I got very little written down. But I feel like I've done a lot anyway. As I say, I've had so little spare time. It was between work and getting everything ready for this garden. It's just been chaos. Now, I have done a little bit of 3D printing. We'll come back to that in a bit. But first of all, I'm going to get my gripe out of the way. I got this new Brother printer, as I've mentioned before, and cancelled Instant Ink. So I cancelled Instant Ink and another bill was taken at the end of the month. Thinking, what the... It appears you're charged in arrears. So that's the last one. I'm glad I've been dumping that, because I'm really peed off with HP's greed. Yeah, I'm going to say it, greed. Because they were going to put it up again to £4.50 for 50 pages. They haven't sent me a second set of print cartridges. It's the same print cartridges we're charging more and more and more for, with more low outlay for themselves. So they can go and get stuffed. Now, I'm doing my notes from my phone, which keeps turning off. So let's have a look. Okay, 3D printer. Yep, I ran out of white filament halfway through a print. Now, it's with the biggest print I've ever done. And so when I got the next lot of white, the first lot of white filament I had was eSun, which was on a cardboard spool, which aren't very good for AMS systems. They're fine for normal spool systems, but they're not very good for AMS systems. I never had a problem with it, I'll be perfectly honest, but I decided to go with the bamboo specific, and which is why this is basically 2 shades of white. I ran out of white halfway between printing this. So yeah, now that is my biggest 3D print so far. It's in several pieces, of course, and it took several days to print because of it. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, that's the Liberator from the science fiction, the 70s and 80s science fiction series Blake's 7. It is my favourite spaceship ever, and was originally made out of air freshener cans and washing up liquid bottles. So yeah, I don't think that was the one that actually went into production, but that was certainly the mock-ups, absolutely definite. Yeah, as things were budget-wise at the time. Yeah, brilliant. The white bits at the back are just raw filament, which I glued into place. So yeah, I ran out of white, got the fresh one, started it off again. There's a 3D print running now, which is a wiggly tough Pokemon for my wife, which is a 4-colour massive thing, which takes over a day. The trouble is the waste pipe is getting blocked, because there's a lot of bloody filament changes, and each filament change requires a little bit of waste. Not excessive, I gotta be honest. It's not excessive. It's not, it looks like a lot, but it's not heavy. But if left unattended, it will jam up. So it was jammed up overnight. This is my third attempt. No, it's my second attempt at printing it. The first attempt failed badly. Printhead fell off, knocked over the tower, for the proving tower, which actually sorts out the colour. So it was basically bits of stringy plastic all over the place. So I had to fail that one, started another one. Printhead fell off again overnight. Can't plug the printhead cover with the fan on it. Had to, you have to turn the printer off to put it back on. Leave it on, you're asking for trouble. So I turned it off, put it back on, it was ready to print again. It resumed from where it left off. Isn't that good? So yeah, that's carrying on now. That's due to finish at 8 o'clock tonight. I got some other things done with the 3D printer. For instance, this table, which is what I was using last year, and I had to shore up with stones to make it level. I've 3D printed some extra legs for it. I shall post that photograph here now. Whether it'll be that side or that side, I haven't decided yet, but it's one of those, okay? You can see it, it's obvious. You'll know where it is, I don't yet. And I've got to stop drilling. Calm down. Oh, right. So yeah, I've also designed and printed some plugs, because the lid on our black bin out the kitchen is loose. It's been loose since we started. So I'm printing some little plugs that go on there. Hopefully I've measured it right. It's a very, very similar style to these legs, which is basically 2 cylinders, one a solid cylinder, one a hole. You put one on top of the other, measure them up to the right size, and merge them together, and you've got a nice little... I'm going to pause here. I'm going to do a jump cut, and I'm going to get one of the legs to show you the design. And resume from jump cut, and here we are. So this is the design. So you can see it's just a solid cylinder from there to there with a hole cut in the middle. Very simple, very quick to design. And I've done exactly the same for the plugs, basically the padding for the bin lid holder. So let's get this phone back on and carry on. So what were we doing? Where were we up to? Oh yes. I'm gonna leave the biggest one till last. So I got 2 more things on here. I've got my cycle adventures videos, and this one, I believe. No, I still think this was 1080. I can't remember what I set it to. I know I set it to 60 hertz. I don't think I've set this to 1080 yet. If I haven't, the next one will be 1080. Not sure there's any point in doing these at 1080, so I might or might not. I haven't decided. But my cycle videos, my next cycle video and all in future will be 4K 60 hertz. Because my new PC will do it. And this is the last bit, my new PC. Yeah. So I ordered a new PC. Tidy specs on there. Not top specs, but tidy specs. I've got 8-core, 16-thread CPU. NVIDIA. I still don't know if it's NVIDIA, whatever. NVIDIA 4060 Ti graphics card, 8 gigabytes, 32 gig of memory, and 4 2TB NVMe storage drives. So install went well. No graphics drivers. Why? Well, after some narrowing everything down and going through all sorts of things, and I'm doing everything right. Secure boot. Linux, it can be done. It can be done. But seeing as my computer's never going to leave my house, and I am very careful with what I do online, I've turned secure boot off. I've never used secure boot before anyway, and the drive is installed perfectly. So, yep, graphics card working perfectly, straight away. Now I've had audio problems because the motherboard has crappy audio. It says it's got up to 7.1, but it hasn't. It's got 3 sockets and 2 on the front. So getting 7.1 of that is... I've got 5.1 speakers. You're supposed to plug all 3 at the back, but sadly Linux doesn't recognize this. Maybe it works under Windows. It certainly doesn't work under Linux. So I bought a Creative Audigy FX, Sound Blaster Audigy FX PCI sound card. Put that in there and got the things. The left rear speaker wasn't working, but everything else was. Until I installed the capture card. The capture card, I had trouble with drivers in that, couldn't get the drivers, looking for support. Finally emailed the address that was in the install script and got updated drivers very quickly. Graphic card working, internal capture card now working. Audio, that's a different matter altogether. The speaker did not like it. So I'm messing around, switching between pipe wire and pulse audio and all sorts of things. In the end, it's come to the conclusion that the audio, there's some sort of conflict. They're not using the same IRQ. There's hundreds of IRQs available now, apparently. looking at the information for them, but it's somehow interfering with the audio. It can't keep the speakers in the right place. It'll keep switching between speaker configs. So a solution I came to was to use an HDMI, because the NVIDIA card, HDMI out, can support 5.1 audio. So I bought an HDMI splitter, connected all that up. Great, I got my audio. It needs a 3rd monitor. Now I got a 3rd monitor, so that's all good. small monitor. Getting that all set up. All working right now. Still ain't got the rear left speaker, not rear right, the rear left speaker's not working. So I thought, I'm checking everything, all the cables are right, all the speakers are working, it's just that one socket. So I turned the speakers off and back on again, and everything started working again. Yes, I rebooted the speakers, and that was the problem. Anyway, that's good, that's all sorted. So I didn't get enough cables, I had to get cables again, but everything is working. After a reboot, everything reconfigured. But that's where it stayed. That's where it stayed now. It's found a settled thing. The monitor is recognised. The thing is with the audio, the HDMI audio splitter, is the computer now thinks there's a third monitor attached. So I've attached a third monitor, and now I keep losing the mouse. First time I was set up, it wouldn't go to the proper resolution. Now it's recognised it doesn't pass through the information from the monitor, which is, yeah. Otherwise I would have used it with one of my existing monitors, but it was only treating my 2560 by 1080 as a standard 1920 by 1080, which is nah. So my third monitor is a mini monitor. It's a 4x3. It's actually quite a high resolution, but it's treated as a 1280 by a 1920 by 1080 monitor, so everything is sort of squished, but it's a third monitor anyway. It's not one of my main display monitors. I shove things up there which I want to keep an eye on, like Amazon deliveries or stream chat, stuff like that. And yeah, that's all working right. It's taken some getting used to, it's taken some setup, it's been a balls ache, but it's all working properly now, and I'm really pleased with it. So, what have we got left? We got, we got shout outs. Yes, before I go on to the shout outs, I will just say that the streams I've been doing have been as smooth as silk. This capture card, even though if I try to change the resolution on it, it goes all weird. But yeah, it's I just leave it as unaltered, and it's absolutely crisp and fast and very low processor usage. So yeah, I'm really pleased. I can do all sorts of things on the computer while the stream's happening, and there's no glitching, no drop frames, no turn down your rate. I can't handle this. So yeah, brilliant. Right, on to the shout outs for the people who have commented on my videos in the last 3 weeks. So these are Mark Blaster, Lucas Rainford, Signosis STG, Delboy 3K1, Magic Knight, Maud, Man Shovel, and Nichols Wilson. Thank you very much for interacting, taking an interest, watching this crap. Most of it's on my retro channel, of course, but some of it's on my vlog, and some of it's on my cycles. So yeah, brilliant. And some of it's on my older stuff as well. Can't fault it. And now we'll end with the, yeah, our ceasefire in the Middle East is going well, isn't it? And I've not heard an awful lot about anything different in the Ukraine conflict. Nothing looks like it's going to stop, nothing looks like it's going to end. There doesn't seem to be any progress either way in anything. I just want it all to stop. You know, this world runs better on without conflict. And then of course we got all the crap in America. I just got my popcorn out for that, because what's going on over there is it's just like a comedy movie, except people are suffering. So yeah. Anyway, so, and that's it for now. It's a bit of a hectic vlog this time, but good things, all good things really, right? Apart from things that are out of my control, of course. But yeah, so I hope this audio is okay, because I don't really want to re-record it. But the levels are looking okay, and thank you very much for watching. Bid you all farewell until the next one. Have a good one. Ta-ra now.